Welcome to AMHQ Weekend.
Indeed, folks.
It is Sunday, January the 10th, and I'm meteorologist Kait Parker.
Yes, indeed you are. And according to the prompter, I'm Reynolds Wolf, and we've got a large part of the country that is dealing with temperatures that were comfortable, and now it's going to be a nosedive. It's going to be really brutal for so many of you folks.
Yeah, let's start with a look at Long Island. Because over moisture could freeze on bridges and overpasses because, we have some cold air behind all this warm stuff. 46 degrees right now in Hartford, Connecticut. The winds gusting up to 24 miles an hour, and that's just the beginning of these gusty winds. They're going to continue to be very breezy through the day. Since midnight, we've picked up almost 0.2 of an inch of rainfall. So check out this huge swath of rain that we have that's pushing north. It stretches all the way from Pittsburgh clear across to Boston, and upstate New York, you're about to get just pounded by some of the heavy rainfall. We're also keeping a very close eye on the Outer Banks. There's a special advisory issued here saying, hey, you know what, heads up, these little cells, some of them could spin. We could see some quick little wind damage. So be alert if you hear a warning go off. If you have that go off in your area, take cover. Okay, so today, rain in the northeast. You have that cold air. It's going to be trying to make its way in. Won't quite do it today. Won't quite do it as much tonight. I mean, it'll make it through the Great Lakes tonight, but we stay rain in Maine. Once we get to tomorrow, you're going to feel that cold punch in the air. It's really going to knock your socks off because it's not just the rain that we have. 2 to 3 inches, yeah. And we could see some flood potential due to melting snow on top of that. It's the winds. The wind gusts are going to be up over tropical storm strength, gusting close to hurricane strength. Reynolds?
Oh, flexing its muscles. That's brutal stuff. Hey, you know who's brutal?
Oh, winter weather update. And boy, do we have a lot of snow on this map. What are you doing to the Great Lakes, Dr. Postel?
You know what? I think Mother Nature's to blame because look at some of these numbers in excess of 2 feet.
Woof.
There's a lot of snow on this map. Not all of this obviously is lake effect. You and I know that. But the areas right around the lakeshore are like there, like here, right? There's going to be a lot, and not just tomorrow or tonight. This is for days to come, Kate. Look, it ends Wednesday. So this is going to be a multi-day lake effect event.
Okay, so what's Hera, this winter storm, and what's lake effect? You know, how does this spread?
Right now, Hera's snowy part really is right in here. This is the associated with the, I would call the lift in the atmosphere with the storm system itself directly. So that is, we'll call Hera. But what we're starting to see right now across parts of upper UP of Michigan is lake effect snow beginning.
Yeah, and some of these bands, that's a little heavy.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot more of them. They're going to not probably stay in one place for a lot of time. The winds are going to be moving around. So that'll limit maybe some of the excessive amounts. But there's a lot of them out there, and they're going to be, check out what this model does, because when you run the forecast, look at it by
so
tonight.
We shift the winds. Look around that low.
Yeah, but Kate, look at how long some of these streamers are. I was like, really? But watch. These things are, look at that.
Whoa.
Cool. Right. So this is through tomorrow evening. We have a lot of very cold air aloft. 5,000 feet or so. You and I were looking at the temps. It's below 0 Fahrenheit. But right near the lake water, the air is going to get pretty warm with its sort of contact with the water and be like, say, 25, 30 degrees. Okay. So if you go from 30 near the ground to 0, just a couple thousand feet up, you know there's going to be a lot of overturning. And that's what we're going to see with this lake effect snow.
Okay, so a lot of that in the forecast. The total is going to wrap up. And is that all a part of the lake effect, or is that the clipper going through?
That's a new system coming through, which is going to bring its own batch of snow. But then behind it, we have more lake effect too. So this is multi-days here.
Okay, just days on days on days, Reynolds.
Yep.
Right, because I know everybody's been really tuned into this and what exactly the Mississippi River has been doing. I know that in Missouri, you're still cleaning up. In Illinois, you're still cleaning up. Well, all that water had to go somewhere, and a lot of that's gone downstream. So there are flood warnings still in effect from Memphis all the way south of Baton Rouge. But you'll notice that some other things are also changing. So let's talk about Baton Rouge. Actually, we're talking about Memphis here first. Okay, you crested. You're done with the highest water levels. You're going to go downhill from here. You crested at 39.55. You're already down from that. It's taking a little extra time because, yes, we did get a little extra rain here over the last couple of days. Baton Rouge, you're on your way up. That water's going downstream. So Right now, you're just shy of major flood stage. Major flood stage happens at 40 feet. If you know you live in an area or you know you drive through an area where you have roads that flood at major flood stage, they're near the river, you need to plan ahead because we are forecast to go well into major flood stage, 2 feet above it at 42 feet. How about New Orleans? You're looking at this and you're like, okay, well, it doesn't look that bad, right? The latest observation below flood stage, and our forecast crest is just barely into minor flood stage. So where's all that water gone? A few different places. One of those being the Atchafalaya Basin, but we're opening a spillway today, one that has only been opened 10 times since the 1930s. It's the Bonnie Carey Spillway. It's one right here in the river parishes in St. Charles Parish, just to the west of New Orleans and Metairie, and that's what's opening today. It's incredible if you look at it. Here's Lake Pontchartrain here. So we're going to open up the spillway. We're going to let that water go, and there are a lot of communities here that won't be affected by this river flooding because of the spillway being in place. We've got a lot of these spots, right, where we have levees right through Norco, Destrehan area. But look at this water. This is what it usually looks like right now. This is what it looks like. Right? You've got grass, you've got these amazing fields. It's huge, right? This spillway, you're going to open that up and it'll be quite the sight to see. I'm sure everybody that lives in the area is going to go down to the levees and check this out because that spillway has, like I said, only been open 10 times since the 1930s.
Wow, crazy action on the, what's going to happen on the ground below. But look what